Thanks for watching this portion of Garage Logic on our YouTube channel, and thanks to our friends at Everest Men's Health for supporting this. Go to everestmenshealth.com to see if their team can help you with stronger energy and better health. And catch the Garage Logic podcast wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
USA 3, Europe 1, after the morning foursomes at Whistling Straits.
That's not the normal procedure. Usually our Yanks trail badly after day one because the Euros Mutt and Jeff it better than we do.
So. Can Captain Stricker handle the room with Koepka and DeChambeau?
Rook,
well,
pull up your Instagram account.
Is there anything sillier than golf team?
That's kind of it's fun.
You got to have the good. Sure, it is,
yeah.
but it's I mean, I think Koepka's justified in hating the guy. But
so check this out, gentlemen. Jeffrey sent us an email about 9 o'clock this morning. If you go to the Ryder Cup's official Instagram page, which I don't have Instagram, but I know Rookie does. Rook, click on the far left photo of the Ryder Cup trophy in the stands. They have a drone video going through both of the locker rooms. It's really, really cool.
Well,
I figured the boys would.
All the patriotic crap drives me crazy.
Go Europe!
Yeah, well, who cares? It's Europe. If it's Russia, yeah, we want to beat them, or China, but who gives a damn about Europe?
We tour with them all year.
Europe, they're our only friends.
We're ruining that.
A few of those, yeah, a few of those. Oh, man, I hate Europe.
Yeah.
What?
Damn Sweden.
What?
I hate Sweden.
I told these guys, Pat, that was my favorite part about being out there with you in Chaska when you screamed into the microphone, "Go Europe!" and everybody's head snapped around.
I always root for Europe. Ever since we ran across the green while the guy still had a putt to make in
was that 2000?
The Old Course Country Club in 99. I think.
Boston?
99. Yeah, Boston 99.
What's your tirade today? Who you mad at?
I'm driving up your University Avenue tour. I was at the U, so I'm driving up, and there's a big sign saying University Avenue closed Friday night, and I can't figure out why. And then it's homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Joe,
mm-hmm.
You know, as a proud 5-quarter attendee at the University of Minnesota, who somehow managed to flunk astronomy, I am extremely offended that the team chosen for your homecoming opponent is Bowling Green.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot play Bowling Green for homecoming. It has to be a Big Ten team.
Plus, isn't this early?
Yes, I don't know why. Next week they're on the road.
Well, because Faribault has their homecoming tonight, too. And I thought, isn't homecoming supposed to be in October?
Yes, it is. Yes. You know,
I'm just looking here, but another 11 a.m. game. 11 a.m. game. Homecoming game at 11 a.m.
Against Bowling
Green.
Wait, Bowling Green. You save that date for Indiana or Northwestern.
Or Wisconsin.
Right? No, not Wisconsin.
Because you want to win.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Brewster's big, didn't he always tell the team?
Well, we upset Illinois down there because they showed us no respect by picking us for homecoming.
That's right.
And, of course, being the prankster that I am, Northwestern was coming to the Gophers to play homecoming a week later. And I looked it up, and 14 of the last 15 times Northwestern had played at Minnesota in October, they had been the homecoming opponent. Wow. And they won. They beat Brew. Remember that? They beat Brew.
You think homecoming's still a big deal? I bet it was once.
I think it gets them an extra 3,000 alums. Some alums come back. All I don't know. It's not like they have a big dance or anything.
Well, they got frat row is... They're still, I mean, that.
Yeah, maybe the frats.
I heard from someone.
The frats get the alums back and stuff, right?
Sophia said they are.
You heard from an attendee.
Someone who was close to the situation said that's Party Central still.
Yes.
In fact, she said we should go take in a game and go hang out on frat row. And I said, your mom and I are in our 50s. Nobody wants to see us. I think she just wanted somebody to go with her.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, at 11 a.m., You know, if indeed Friday night is a party night, dance, dancing in the street or whatever the hell they're going to do because they're closing it. 11 a.m. You might not have a full attendee by the students at 11 a.m. Right? It's like Wisconsin when you go over there for an 11 a.m. game. They kick off. There's 48 students in the seats, and then at halftime there's 20,000.
I will say though that the Saturday night of University of Minnesota homecoming was very good for the bartenders that worked in downtown.
Really?
Oh yes, yes. Saturday night was very good.
Who would show up? Alums or what?
Both. And a lot of students, because especially if it's an 11 o'clock game, they're going to get hammered. Then they're going to go nap for 3 hours, and then they're going to come back out.
Puke and rally,
and then they're going to get back at it. That's how we do.
You know, I never did that in my drinking days. Never puked and rallied because I never puked.
Not a boy.
You know, I rarely puked.
You know, my the infamous Gary Selberg, he's the head fake guy on the airplane. He's a huge man.
Yes, yeah, the fake, yeah.
And I was down on Marco Island with him for a weekend. And
How's he look on the beach?
You know what? He'll belly up to the bar and he'll have a Martin or 2 or 3 or 4. But he did. And one night we went back to this hotel. He crashed. And then we were giving him crap. He runs out in his underwear. Puke and rally, puke and rally, and he was fired up and ready to go for part B. Selberg is a legend.
Explain Gersas Reusse to us, or whatever his name is.
One word, right, Pat?
Gerson Reusse.
Gerson, undefeated. No, that was the final straw.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm not a real expert on extramarital affairs. You know,
you have enough trouble in the game of phone.
I have enough trouble with, maintaining civilized.
No, we got it.
Civilized banter with one.
Don't make it worse. Don't make it worse.
I'm liking your thought train here.
Civilized banter.
I want a couple of topics.
Yes, sir.
Somebody described the gal who worked with the Timberwolves, the girlfriend, or whatever, the one he was smooching
allegedly.
With. No, there's pictures of him smooching.
One of the wags?
At the soccer game.
Okay.
Oh.
That was not smart. But somebody described her as a mistress. No chance. Mm-hmm. Mistresses need seniority.
Right. They need money.
Right, Kenny? Mistress. You can't
Cars. They need cars.
Yeah, right.
Delivered to the right, a whole house too.
Right. Unlike Warren Moon. Right. Unlike poor Warren Moon, buys the gal a nice little $50,000 car, and the idiot's taken to the back to his wife. I mean, that wasn't his fault. That was their fault.
Right. That was a logistics problem. A logistics problem.
All that means is he had to buy another car.
Yeah. Well, and he had to pay those divorce proceedings. I don't know if she divorced him or not.
I guess I'm not getting anywhere.
Anyway,
I'm trying to.
We're not getting. Anyway, my thing was this was a fling. It's not a mistress. It's a fling.
Okay.
Right? All right, they've only been working together 2 years, so it's a fling.
Boom.
Fling. But that's not. He had made a lot of people. He just was kind of an autocrat, But all the complaints against him, Joe, he made everybody work long hours. He didn't listen to anybody. He'd yell at people.
Yeah.
He was a boss. Mm-hmm. But I think the guy who's got the job now, Supta or whatever
I don't know how to
name
pronounce
is,
his name.
Gupta, Gupti or
The
something.
new guy.
I think he was. I think he had the shiver out, and they had him. He was.
The shiv, you mean?
The shiv, yeah.
Yeah.
He was. When you poke him, don't you shiver him?
I don't know.
Anyway, he had the shiver.
I don't know how those extramarital affairs go. I'm not sure.
No. But what I'm saying is, he was being. He didn't get along with a lot of people in the front office, and he was being backstabbed, is what I'm saying. And then,
I have a question.
And then I think they were looking for an excuse, and then the pictures from the last Loons game pop up.
Taken by a Timberwolves photographer.
Supposedly, I heard BSN was getting ready to show him. They saw, a celebrity in the stands. Yeah. And the gal was sitting next to him, and when they showed him on TV, it was fine. But the guy either had the camera on beforehand or had the camera on afterwards, And then that's when the still photos of the smooching came.
Okay, can I get to
Yes.
the bottom of something here?
Yes.
Was he any good at basketball?
I.
They haven't done a thing.
I think, yeah, but I think he had to be. He'd be a 3 so far on a scale of 5, probably, because his first draft was a disaster. Jared Culver. He came in here and he was from Houston, Joe, where they shot 43s a game, and he was going to shoot 43s a game here. Going to tell Ryan Saunders that they were going to shoot all these threes, and then he drafted a guy who couldn't shoot, which was not smart.
No.
But his second draft, he had the first pick, and he got a really good player in Anthony Edwards, and then he got another good player in the first round, McDaniels, and he got rid of Wiggins. Everybody wanted him to get rid of Andrew Wiggins, so he did that. Cost him a first-round draft choice, but he got rid of Andrew Wiggins.
Is
So
there,
I'd
is
say
there a
he
more
was-
disastrous franchise in sports than the Timberwolves?
in
There's no way.
sports?
Yeah,
Detroit Lions.
maybe. Yeah.
Oh, right at they're right at the
Detroit
finish
Lions.
line.
It's only because they've been around
Yeah,
longer.
they've been around since. They've been able to be putrid since their last title in 1957. So they got senior, and the Timberwolves have only been working on this
Since
utter
89.
ineptitude since '89.
They're both at the finish line, but neither one can cross it because they're so bad.
Yeah, it is. It is amazing. Here's what's funny though. I think it's funny. Thibodeau, the grumpy old, my guy Tibbs. I like Tibbs. But the grumpy old bachelor doesn't even have a family. All he cares about is basketball.
You got to repeat your line. If they split his head open with an axe, all that would fall out is basketballs.
Basketballs would come out. Yeah, that's not what Mock said would come out of Rick Sofield's head, but,
Right,
the split of the axe anyway. But anyway, the Tibbs was so Joe. When they introduced this guy, Tibbs gets fired in January. They go through the rest of the season, and then they name this guy in May. I think
It's only
right?
2 years ago, right?
Yeah, May 2019. Well, he's got twins, a boy and a girl. They were what, like 4 maybe then?
Well, he'll get some visitation rates.
Yes, right. But they somebody shoes the twin when he's doing his introductory press conference. Somebody shoes the twins up there, so the twins are up there sitting on his knee, one on each knee, and they're playing with the mic, and they're just cute as can be. And it's the whole thing is. See, we got this nice
Here we go.
family
Yes.
man. We don't have this old grumpy bachelor who says filthy words to his team while the game is going on that we can hear all over the arena, right? Like Tibbs. And so, we got this guy. And Joe, the first day, we started talking about family. This is going to be a family. We're going to have a family. And, generally, you should wait on that stuff and see how it works out. That's my theory. But
Which family?
now that's a mistress.
Yeah, right.
When you got another family in another state,
Yes.
that's
a mystery.
That qualifies.
That qualifies as a mystery. Yes, it does.
Are we surprised at Kaprizov's contract?
I thought they got him cheap.
I did too.
Yeah, Greg Guerin, he just don't give a bleep, man. He got Eck really cheap. He got this. I thought he'd have to give him at least 10 a year.
Yeah, me too.
He gets him for 45. He could,
For what, 5 years?
Yeah, and he's 30 when he's done. 30 when it's done. So you got him. You got the best years of his life. You
Right.
know? You got the next 5 years.
So-
he just made him. He just didn't budge. He didn't pay any attention to the threats when
Right.
I think he just laughed when they said they were going to go to Russia and back to Russia and play for some alleged nonsensical thing.
Right.
So what about what's the draft? When do we have the NHL draft?
Has it even been held yet?
I'm telling you, I don't, because we didn't.
Didn't it have to be? Is it still
It's always
coming
held
up?
in the summer, I
Yeah,
thought.
but because of COVID, it was delayed. I don't even.
I'll
know
look it
if
up,
been
Brooke.
held.
That's what I'm looking up right now. I should have done that before I opened my
You know, we do have the Winter Classic.
Yep.
Tomorrow, Monday, there's a press conference introducing all the details on the Winter Classic.
It's just going to be at where?
Target Field.
Target Field.
Yes.
Not the
here.
whatever this stadium
They
is
got
for the
more.
Gophers.
They got more amenities for the.
It was in July. We had the draft in July.
We already did. How we do? We did pretty well.
I know we drafted a goalie. I remember
were we
that.
surprised that the guy was available?
Here we go. We got a
Carson
goalie.
Lambos.
No, that's only in football where you're surprised the guy's available.
Oh, damn near every sport.
No, Jesper Wallstedt. That was our first pick. We picked number 20. He was a goalie.
No wonder we're no longer your home for sports.
How you doing there, guys?
Tomorrow, 1500. St. Thomas, first ever Pioneer League game
yes.
against
Okay.
Butler.
Right.
Right here.
What time is kickoff? I might go.
I think it's 1.
1 o'clock?
I think it's 1.
All right.
And I don't think Butler's real good in the Pioneer League. I've seen some scores that were not good
Is
for
this
them.
the same Butler that had Brad Stevens?
Yes, it's
Same
Butler,
Butler, okay.
Indianapolis. They play they're one of those private schools that plays non-scholarship football. So, yes, they'll be one of our arch rivals. We'll play them every year.
Sure.
Butler.
Are you proud of your Twins knocking off the contending Blue Jays?
Upsets me. I'm rooting for the Blue Jays.
I am too.
But tonight, the Twins pitcher of the year for 2021 will take the hill at Target Field. Unfortunately, be pitching for the other team.
Right.
But, Jose Barrios. Yeah. But they're not. The Toronto's when they get you on the run, they scored 12 runs against you, but they've had a lot of low-scoring games.
How did Ryan do the other night?
Great.
Joe Ryan.
Yeah, you did pretty good.
11.
He's going to be a good pitcher for them.
But didn't he have 11 strikeouts
Yeah.
in 5 innings?
Was he a
And-
draft choice for them?
No, they got him for Cruz.
Oh, that's right. He was part of the Tampa deal.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
he went to the Olympics. And,
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, he was in the Olympics.
You know-
he throws fastballs over the plate, and he's got a decent breaking ball.
Because we really don't celebrate, championships in this town that often. I was kind of disappointed. I didn't think of this earlier. Where we should have done a commemorative print for Miguel Sano's 1,000th strikeout because, of course, he was the fastest.
Fastest ever, and by a big margin.
Oh yeah.
Like over 100 games sooner than anybody else.
Say, I know how proud you are of your Marine son.
Yes.
6 Marines
Okay.
dressed in their full dress, full uniform. We're in a bus in Washington, D.C. They see a woman get stuck in a flooded roadway in her car. They get out of the bus, march through the water that's up to their hips, get her out of the car, and then get back in the bus.
Way to go, you jarheads.
They're Marine Corps body bearers. They're the elite unit that performs funeral services at Arlington National. And they said, we like to do the right thing when no one is looking.
Yes.
Of course, it all got captured on film.
Yes, right. But that's good,
Yep.
The jarheads are very proud of being the first ones to hit the beach. The other guys can come in and scarf it up afterwards.
When I do the honor flights over at the Sun Country at the Terminal 2, and all those armed forces members are there, and they're all mixed in between, what I like to do is call the Navy guys and say, anybody here in the Navy? They all raise their hand. They're all giving each other crap. And I say, you guys are going to board first because we always know that the Navy gets there before the Marines. And it sends, the expletives are flying. You son of a bitch! They're so cute and they're old, but they stay true to their force. And and they get sucked into it every time. I'm just reeling them in like that.
You know what most of us don't realize is that the Air Force didn't exist until sometime in the late 40s, right, Kenny? It was the Army's.
That question is directed to you, Kenny.
It was the Army. Well, he's kind of a military guy. The Army's,
It's tough to have an Air Force when, planes were what?
We've had planes.
Quality planes.
I don't know.
In 1940.
I don't know. President Trump told us how the Continental Army
They had
it.
planes.
They took care of it. They controlled the air and they controlled the airports.
Very secret.
1777. Those poor Brits.
Very
we
secret.
kicked their ass at the airports.
Hell, we
man.
had drones in 1777.
Yes.
So I see President Biden's lead expanded after the long, drawn out tally.
They found more votes for Biden
yes
in Arizona.
but they're still not conceding.
But did you get the new Taliban update? It's a kinder, gentler Taliban, Joe.
Yeah, they're going to resume executions and cutting off hands, but probably not in public.
Well, that's
an
that is
improvement.
better.
No, that's
Now, what do you get your hands cut off for?
You know,
got a
Groping a gal or
Thievery.
trying to see what's underneath the
thievery.
The uniform or what? Huh?
Yeah, the uniform.
Thievery is not good.
No, that's not good. And they say cutting off hands is a good deterrent. Yeah,
It
because
is.
it'd be hard to steal
Are we
stuff.
still doing the tongue deal too? Do we
I
cut
have
the
no
tongue
idea.
out?
I have no idea.
Yeah, but it's hard when you go in and try to get a factory job, though.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It's on your
What are you
resume.
going to do about the hands there,
You're
pal?
hiding this, and you're writing it down like this. And,
We want you to sort this stuff out, but you got no hand.
Well, thanks for being here in
of
person.
course,
Yeah.
it's a warehouse work where they're just sorting stuff out. What are they? The blue rock goes over here, the hammer's in the middle, and then put the nails in this pile here.
Norm McDonald might have some good quips about these. We're still going to torture
I didn't expect you in person to hear in the
I
neighborhood.
was nearby. I got a little time to kill. I'm going over to see Mr. Barrios pitch this evening.
All right. I want to tell